Patagonia is next level. It's an epic destination carved from the Ice Age and ripe for photography. I've been coming here for nearly a decade, yet it never gets old. Every journey's an adventure, every location is ever changing, and every photo is a battle worth winning. A month of photography in Patagonia starts now. It's 5 in the morning and I'm way too excited for it to be 5 in the morning because today we're off to Patagonia. Travel hack, if you're ever flying Sky Airlines in Chile, get the emergency exit. It's crazy. There's more legroom than business class. Okay, made it to Punta Arenas. There he is. What's going on, buddy? The boys are back in town.
Yes, 1 year later, back to wreak havoc on Patagonia.
Yeah, yeah. Somos leyenda.
Hey, troublemakers!
Vlog on vlog!
Siendo una leyenda lo sabía desde niño, fuese mi cariño. Comiendo el almuerzo me faltaba el aliño, porque no frontea mini. Si tú tienes porte te lo juro no eres fea, flow duro como un Lamborghini. Solo a las cosas como quiere y donde sea. Somos leyenda, 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 leyendas vivas. Somos leyenda, 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 leyendas vivas. La gente pone las reglas para que los otros las...
So good to be back in Patagonia. Obviously I have Tom and Greg here as well, and the group arrives tomorrow. So we're kind of just wandering around, messing around today, and yeah, it's just good to be back. I feel like I have a new energy. Part of that energy comes from being back in Patagonia. It's good to be back in the wind and the ruggedness, but as good as it is to be back here, it's also just nice to have that camaraderie of this photography community back with me. It's so good to just wind back and have a laugh with the guys. So Greg's back. You haven't seen Greg for like a month. How does it feel to be back in Patagonia?
Very, very nice, man. Been looking forward to this trip for a while. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Are you going to do anything cool on this trip?
Yes, I'm gonna have a very nostalgic moment right here and share with you something that you don't know. This hotel was where we used to stay with G Adventures when I was a tour leader. It looks so bad right now.
Not exactly an ad for G Adventures.
No, it really isn't.
Tom?
Yo!
What's it like being back in Patagonia?
Amazing. Yeah. How'd you like my new head?
There's like nothing in this world that you're more proud of than that head.
I know. Got this off eBay, second hand. I love it. Who says you need new gear?
Guys, let me jump into the video really quick because I want to talk about this trip and next year's Patagonia trip. This year, Thomas Heaton and I are running back-to-back photography trips. They sold out in less than 10 minutes. It was like crazy. So if you want to join next year's trip, it's probably best to sign up to my newsletter. And the reality is, we're making that announcement tomorrow. So to sign up for my newsletter, there's a link in the description of this video. It'll take you over to my website. Sign up for the newsletter, and not only will you get information on the next Patagonia trip when it's announced tomorrow, but you'll also get information on the next trip after that, in which Tom and I are going to another really epic location that's not yet being disclosed. That announcement will probably happen maybe a month from now. So yeah, if you have any interest in joining Tom and I here or in that future destination, or you have any interest in joining me and Joe Allen in Morocco, or Morten Hilmer and myself in Galapagos, or any of the other destinations that we're going over the next year, be sure to head over to the website and sign up to that newsletter. Now, I guess let's get back to Patagonia. Back in Patagonia, our crew arrived. 10 photographers all jet-lagged but bursting to get out and shoot. So, after handing out some hats and getting mocked by Tom...
What's up, guys? We're here in Patagonia on this awesome workshop, man. I'm gonna shoot some long exposure selfies, and it's all good, man. Peace.
We headed out for a casual sunrise shoot in Punta Arenas. Then, we headed northbound on Highway 9 to the town of Puerto Natales. Puerto Natales is known mostly as the gateway to Torres del Paine National Park, but we had plans to see if we could find a location maybe a little less iconic.
Woo! My goodness! Hold on to your hats because we're back in Patagonia. It's windy and it is so good to be back. Wales was awesome. Norway was awesome. Philippines was awesome. Singapore was fantastic. Everything's been great so far, but there's just something about Patagonia that just makes me feel alive. It just makes me want to take pictures. It just makes me want to go explore, and yeah, it doesn't matter that the weather's bad or the wind's up or you're getting rained on or snowed on. It's just fun. So it's literally the first day of the tour and we're doing a location scouting day, but it's so windy that we're all holding on to our hats and trying not to fall over. We're gonna try to take a picture at this place we found that's literally, it's not on any maps or anything. We don't even know what it's called, Puerto Prats or something like that. There's some stuff in the water, there's some boats. This is cool. So let's try not to lose a hat. Let's take some pictures.
Yeah, the winds of Patagonia were there to welcome us. A little bit of trial by fire for this group that's just arrived here. But you can't really get mad at these winds. It's these harsh conditions that have molded this part of the world into an absolute masterpiece.
Howling. I'm on the beach, I guess, with Alan, who's a participant, and then Jody, and we're photographing this peak, which is getting really beautiful light, and there's a boat in the foreground that's just getting hammered by wind. It's getting knocked around, and it's a really dramatic photo actually at about a second, but it brings you to the problem that the boat's going to be way out of focus. And I think this is again one of these things that photography is totally subjective. And I really like the boat out of focus. I think it shows the drama, it shows the movement, it shows the wind. If you were to like blaze down to a 30-second exposure here, you'd get purely flat waters and this peak, and it would look totally different than it actually is. It would look almost tropical. It would look calm and peaceful. And if you were to do a really fast exposure, 1/100th, 1/200th, you'd sharpen everything and it would look dramatic, but you wouldn't feel the movement the same way, I don't think. So I've been playing around with about a second and this boat, trying to time it just right, get the boat right in front of the peaks. It's been a bit of a mission with the light so nice, the scene's so well lit that, yeah, I think it works. I think we're gonna pack up here because the wind's a little bit too heavy, and we're gonna give another location a shot in the morning.
After our location scouting mission in the afternoon and a couple beers before bed, we decided to wander out to a much more classic location. I first shot this old broken pier in Puerto Natales nearly 9 years ago, and while I've definitely aged myself, this spot never gets old. The winds have calmed down this morning and we weren't expecting any light, so I shot like a moody image first thing in the morning of the pier, this classic pier here. But now, out of nowhere, it looks like we might be getting some purples and pinks in the sky, and this could be really cool. Shooting pretty simple this morning, 16 to 35, and then I've got a 3-stop hard grad ND to hold in the sky, and hopefully this color that hits. Yeah, being back in Patagonia just brings out all the feels. The images just feel easier to come by, the energy more electric, the colors more vibrant. There's good reason this part of the world is exploding in popularity. This is day 1 in Patagonia, and I'm so excited to have a whole month worth of images and experiences coming up. The light didn't explode the way we wanted it to, but it exploded. There was just alpenglow on all the peaks, but they're a little bit far away. So I still think I got a shot this morning. It was definitely just good to get out. I feel like I have so much energy. I just like constantly want to be out taking pictures, exploring, and yeah, it's just good to be back in Patagonia. There's a bunch of Patagonia videos, obviously, because we're here for a whole month. We're doing a back-to-back trip, back-to-back workshops this year. So yeah, there's gonna be tons of Patagonia content, but it might not be chronological, or it might not be, you know, typical vlog style. I got some videos planned, some ideas planned. Tom and I might do some challenges as well. We might just throw in some photography challenges along the way as well, and of course film them. So yeah, there's gonna be some fun stuff from here in Patagonia over the next couple weeks. I guess I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.